Guys, welcome to Pokemon Go Ahead. It's your boy Cheekla, and I'm here with my boy Chris.
What up, guys?
We're in Minden Park just chilling, and we were just talking before we started recording. What is going to be next month's Community Day? We made some predictions, and before we share with you guys what those predictions are, make sure you guys hit the like button, the subscribe button, the notification bell, and let us know down in the comments below what do you think is going to be a Community Day feature for next month's Community Day. So with that being said, let's get started. So the first one that we talked about was an obvious choice, and it's Snivy. The reason why we say Snivy is because usually every other month, a starter Pokemon usually has a Community Day. But that pattern has broken ever since Piplup back in January, and then COVID happened and all this voting poll thing happened. So we thought that since we couldn't think of anything else, and that there was a 4th year anniversary poster that included the Kalos region starters and Mega Evolutions, Generation 6 is coming up really close, and we think that, you know, in the month of November and a couple months of 2021, they're going to drop in the Unova starters with their shinies, and we thought Snivy would be the best pick for that.
Obvious choice.
Obvious choice. So it's shiny, it's more of a teal color throughout its whole evolution line. And obviously, since it's a grass starter, its charge move is going to be Frenzy Plant.
The next one me and Alex have talked about is shiny Starly. Yes, Starly is, you know, not that big of a Pokemon. Not a lot of people like him. It's actually not that bad of a shiny. He's usually black, but for his shiny, he turns completely brown, and so does his evolutions. The only difference on the final one is on his Mohawk, the like half of it to the tip is blue. But for the movesets, we thought about it. It could get Steel Wing, or what was the second one?
It was, I think, Sky Attack.
Sky Attack.
Because it already learned Brave Bird, and so although Brave Bird's a good flying type move, we thought about Sky Attack being like a really, really good. Another reason why we picked Starly is because there has been a voting poll speculation for months, and people thought it was going to be Bulbasaur, Execute, and Starly, and Magikarp or whatever, but since Magikarp already had a Community Day, there are only 3 options. And I think it's reasonable that they'll drop a voting poll if they were deciding to do that again, but with 3 instead of 4. Nothing could be December, because December is going to be a rerun. And if we chose Bulbasaur, number 1, that'd be the dumbest mistake ever, and 2, if it did win, what move would it learn aside from Frenzy Plant and Sludge Bomb?
Probably nothing.
Probably.
That's the move. Nothing. The next shiny we thought about, especially since they have not finished Kanto shinies, there's still a little bit they need to do. It's a small group. It's not that big, but, you know, the one we thought about that has a 3-chain evolution and also would be really cool to see is Slowpoke, especially since it has a Mega form that's soon to come out. This would help out a lot. Also, Galarian form, which also has a shiny. So they could possibly do Galarian release with it and its shiny form, or just the Galarian release on the Community Day.
It's funny how you mentioned the Galarian, because that was something we didn't talk about, but if you think about it for a second, the Crown Tundra is going to be released next Thursday, October 22nd, and we thought since the Halloween event was going to overlap it probably wouldn't even work. So we thought that Slowpoke would be dropped in November to celebrate the Crown Tundra in a way. Also, during the Crown Tundra, they're going to release Galarian Slowking. So I think this would be a great opportunity to drop Galarian Slowpoke, because the shiny for Galarian Slowpoke is so good. I personally don't like the Slowbro Galarian shiny. I think it
doesn't look cool.
It looks so pale, and then I saw a picture of Slowking, and I don't want to find out what a shiny is. But that would be a crazy new Galarian to drop, and it would be a first ever Galarian shiny in Pokemon Go.
But other than those shinies, Slowpoke from Kanto is actually a really cool purple. Slowbro and Slowpoke are both the purple shinies. Slowbro gets a golden brown Shelter evolution, whatever it is on his tail.
Dude, what's that squeaking coming from?
All the way over there.
Are you kidding me? We're like recording and people are just, okay, cool. So we thought about a move set for both Slowbro and Slowking, and we thought about Waterfall. And the reason why is because Slowbro has Water Pulse as a charge move, and it's not as good. And Slowking doesn't have a charge move that's a water type at all. It has Blizzard, Fire Blast, and Psychic. So Waterfall would actually be a good fit. In addition, we thought that since we previously had Rhyhorn and Porygon, that had evolutions that require items that you could find by spinning Pokestops and this and that, we thought that maybe if you were to have a research, you could definitely have opportunities to get a King's Rock to obtain to evolve Slowking for those who are unable to have King's Rocks. Another Pokemon that usually is featured during a community day is a pre-evolution of a pseudo-legendary or a dragon type that's super rare. And we thought about Gibble and Dino, and although they already have shinies, a lot of people request those because they just want to have community days. But I highly doubt that since they recently dropped Dino in August and Gibble sometime this year, they're not gonna drop those in a while. As much as we want those, not gonna happen. But there is one dragon type that is rarer than the other two, that doesn't have a shiny, and does deserve a certain event to showcase, you know, out of the dragon types. This Pokemon also was not featured during the Dragon Week, and we thought Axew would be a perfect Pokemon to have a community day. Number one, Axew is rare. Out of all the dragon types, it is super rare. Number two, even if you did get one, you need some like that are actually good, right? And number three, Shiny Haxorus looks sick. It's like black and everything. Shiny Axew and Fracture, Kris will tell you more about them, but they're okay.
When Alex says rare, he's not joking. They're in 10Ks specifically, and I barely have seen people hatch them. Super hard to get. The Shiny Axew and what's the second form's name?
Fracture.
Fracture. They go like a gray brown. It's more towards brown, but it's like really light. And then around their neck, it's like purple. It's like a violet color. But like he said, the final evolution is a lot cooler. It turns pure black and I think a little bit of blue, right?
It also has like a little red around the horns, you know. But dude, Haxorus looks like a beast. And we also thought about what the moveset that would definitely benefit Haxorus, because it does have dragon moves. They're not as strong comparing to Dragonite and Salamence. And we thought the obvious pick would be Draco Meteor, but it wouldn't hurt to have it like Outrage. I think it already learns Dragon Claw, but maybe Dragon Tail, I'm not sure. But the biggest one I think that it should learn is Iron Tail. The reason why is because Iron Tail is a steel type move and it's good against fairy types because dragons are weak against fairy. So it would be very beneficial to have something like that.
This last one we thought about is a very, very, very long shot on it. I brought it up to Alex. I had him give me his thoughts on this. Another Kanto Pokemon, or family as I should say, we don't have is Hitmontop, Hitmonlee, and Hitmonchan. The way I could see them, if they would do it, is spawn Shiny Tairo. That would give us 4 new shinies. They are all amazing shinies. Tairo turns into like a dark, almost light gray color with blue pants. Hitmonchan turns green and has purple boxing gloves. Hitmontop, as Alex says, he references a
Rick Simmons.
Rick Simmons, and he does look like it. He gets a purple or violet jumpsuit, and then Hitmonlee turns green.
He's a green bean.
I would love to see this as a community day because that gives us 4 new shinies.
Yeah, this is kind of like with the whole Eevee thing. You know, we were able to have all shinies of all of the evolutions. We were able to just go and just catch them all, and there were 2 days for it. It was like a community day weekend for Eevee. And then with Ralts, I didn't do that one, but I could assume that people were happy to have different genders for Ralts. So this would be great to introduce another Pokemon during community day to give trainers an opportunity to have all evolutions with the shinies. The biggest thing that really argued with me was that Tairo is not found in the wild. You could only find it in special eggs. But the thing is, we haven't seen Tairo in a long time in the special 7-kilometer eggs. So Kris and I thought that Tairo could potentially be found in the wild because we can be able to encounter Smoochum when it was out during the Longchamp event via research, and we could catch it. So we can just see Tairo as an exception to just catch in the wild for 6 hours or 3 if they decided not to do it this year. Another thing that I was trying to figure out was a moveset that would not only benefit, you know, the Pokemon, but at least to have one that all 3 evolutions have in common, because Hitmonchan's all about the punching, Hitmonlee's all about the kicking, and Hitmontop is a little bit more about the punching, kicking, and the spinning. He's like on top of them all. That's why he's called Hitmontop.
Alex did a lot of research into what move they could give us.
Lots.
The only move that stuck out that all of them can learn is Dynamic Punch.
Nope. Bullet Punch.
A Bullet Punch, thank you. Bullet Punch.
I'll take it from here. Bullet Punch, because Bullet Punch is a steel type move, and it's actually a quick move, and not a lot of Pokemon actually learn Bullet Punch. I don't know, like Metagross is the only one that learns it, and I think some other fine type. I think probably Machamp. Bullet Punch is also good against fairy types, and this is the only one that we could think of out of the 5 that is a fast exclusive move. Because there are some times where they could drop in a fast move, like they did with Seedot when he evolves to Shiftry and gives it Bullet Seed and whatever Magikarp had for Gyarados. We thought Bullet Punch would be the best thing, and that was actually the only one that stuck. Well, if you guys agree with what we thought, make sure you guys let us know down in the comments below. What do you guys think? Do you think Tairo is a long shot? Do you think we're gonna go with the obvious, you know, starter, or do you think we're gonna do a voting again? Do you think there's something that we're both not thinking about? I know you're gonna say Gible and Dino in the comments, but I doubt it's gonna happen this month. I mean, next month. This month is Charmander, my bad.
Yes.
So, we want to hear your thoughts. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you check out Chris's channel. I'll leave a card or a link, even though, like, his videos were literally the same thing that we're doing. So, we'll see you guys next time. Peace!